Making the headlines tonight, Governor Soludo restates commitment to reducing food prices. Akpo community endorses Governor Soludo for second term in office. Federal government approves 12.9 billion naira to boost the health agencies. And on the foreigns, the missiles hit Israel as Blinken bid to revive the Gaza-Lebanon ceasefire push. Welcome to the news tonight. My name is Chidimma Oranwa. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has reinstated his administration's drive to slash food prices to 80% in the coming year. The governor made this known while speaking to journalists in commemoration of 2024 World Food Day.
Through the Commissioner for Agriculture, Dr. Foster Ihejiofo, the governor said agriculture will continue to be a major sector for economic transformation and development in Anambra State. According to him, the developmental footprint of the present administration is tied to developing and sustaining the food production system in the state through the disbursement of over 2 million economic trees across the 21 local government areas of the state to enable farmers to improve economy of the agricultural sector. Governor Soludo encouraged all to embrace and key into the Farm to Feed campaign to follow the very achievable practical steps family can follow to mitigate the cost of foodstuff through Farm to Feed.
We do not need to moan over the spiraling cost of food. There is something that we could do. And that initiative, which is titled Farm to Feed campaign, Mr. Governor there demonstrated that there is very achievable practical steps that families could take, youths could take to mitigate the spiraling cost of food. There he also distributed input seeds and showcased very innovative farming techniques that will enable you produce food no matter where you are.
Akpo community in Agwata local government area of Anambra State has endorsed Governor Chukwuma Soludo for a second term in office. The community made the endorsement at the governor's one-day working visit to Akpo, during which he commissioned the community projects, including a refurbished and modernized government-supported comprehensive primary health center Akpo and 6.5 kilometers road built by the community. Correspondent Joseph Ebocha was there and now reports.
After the governor was presented with a second-term endorsement certificate, the traditional ruler of the community, Igwe Jonathan Opale Ezecha, the President General of Akpo Development Association, Mr. Henry Dim, Vice Chancellor of Peter University, One, Reverend Father Professor Emmanuel Umezingwa, and Chief Patrick Umerioha commended the governor's strides in various sectors of the state economy, adding that his visit to the community was remarkable.
Yes, we are sure my committee will be 100% accurate. No doubt about it. 100%. We want to encourage them to do, and those people are gainfully employed. And our children, the future of this state, are better for it. So we want God to embrace him all the more.
All solution, I'm going to cook a bono. What they not guide Jabambo. When I see Chile get them, one work when I thought, okay, Mr. Banana, and I Jesus.
For 3 days, Christians at Ebenebe, Okanot local government area, has been gathering at St. Thomas Anglican Church, Ebenebe, to see God's face against the rise and return to idolatry in the community. The crusade themed Out of Darkness into Light, according to the organizers, were carefully chosen to address the increasing spiritual challenges within the community, particularly the resurgence of idolatry, which speakers of the crusade described as spiritual death. We have details from our studio.
The last day of the crusade, which ended with a special Sunday service, the guest preacher and Anglican Bishop of Diocese of Amishi, Right Reverend Ephraim Ikako, implored Christians to run away from idolatry and seek true freedom in Jesus Christ. Bishop Ikako emphasized the dangers of being enticed by worldly pleasures, warning that any form of worship or devotion outside Christ is a path to spiritual death.
We are living in a very critical time. The Bible calls it perilous times. Ministers really have to sit up. Let us preach the sound doctrine and live by example as ministers of the gospel.
Most of our youths are returning to idol worshipping, probably because there is a lot of slaughtering of cows and rams because of what they will eat and drink. So they are choosing to go back to those idol worshipping, because we know that idol worshipping is a sacrifice that has to do with darkness, a service that has to do with darkness. But to serve the living God, you have to come to the light of God through Jesus Christ.
N'ọchịchịrị mgbachi niile nke gbachiri n'ebe n'ebe na site na crusade a n'ọchịchịrị ga-agba ọsọ n'ihe ga-abata n'obodo a ebe n'ebe.
Emmanuel Shimata for ABS News.
Local government mayors and councillors in Anambra State have been urged to follow the developmental initiatives and strides of Governor Chukwuma Soludo by ensuring that the dividends of democracy are provided nearer to the people. Speaking in Oka, a lecturer in the Faculty of Law, Anambra University, Oka, Dr. Livinus Nwokike said that this will accelerate development in various communities and entrench sustainable democratic culture. He noted that restoring democratic governance at the grassroots is one of the greatest achievements of Governor Soludo, and explained that by conducting local government elections, the governor has fulfilled the provision of the 1999 Constitution as amended, which guarantees the existence of local government in Nigeria, and which was the dream of the founding fathers of the Association of Local Governments of Nigeria. In a significant move to enhance health care services, the Nigerian government has approved 12.9 billion naira for 4 critical health agencies. The funding allocated under the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund aims to elevate the operations of the National Health Insurance Authority, National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Nigeria's Center for Disease Control and Prevention, and the National Emergency Medical Service and Ambulance System. Ekwi Ajide now reports.
Site Committee's 8th meeting in Abuja, the initiative is set to reinforce transparency and efficiency in line with President Bola Tinubu's sector-wide approach and the Health Sector Renewal Initiative. The committee has also embraced a revised BHCPF 2.0 guideline, promising improved accountability and governance in the health sector. A subcommittee with members from WHO and state social health insurance agencies has been established to address disbursement delays, with a report expected within 2 weeks.
The digital health initiative of the ministry is an enabler. It's cross-cutting, and there's an element, for instance, when it comes to tracking financial flows to the states, to primary health care centers, that will be that. There are also other elements that will include the frontline health workers being enabled to do what they need to do.
Primary health care is not sick care. It's a comprehensive approach which have multi-sector policy and action, community empowerment and protection, and also provision of essential services, including essential public health function.
In Abuja, Princess Ekwi Ajide reporting.
U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken has landed in Israel in a bid to revive ceasefire talks to end the wars in Gaza and Lebanon. Blinken's arrival marks his 11th visit to the Middle East since the war in Gaza began more than a year ago. However, it is his first since Israel's conflict with Hezbollah escalated last month, and expectations for his attempt to rein in the hostilities appear low. According to the report, the visit got off to an inauspicious start in Hezbollah launched medium-range missiles towards Tel Aviv, temporarily shutting down Ben Gurion Airport, at which Blinken landed. The U.S. official is due to meet Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and the senior officials, as well as seeking to restart talks on a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, as well as Hezbollah. Washington is also wary of its allies' intentions regarding military retaliation for Iran's October 1 missile attack. And now sports. Leicester City's midfield powerhouse Wilfred Ndidi has secured his place among Nigeria's Premier League legends, becoming the 9th Nigeria to reach 200 appearances in England's top flight. With his achievement, Ndidi joins an exclusive group of Nigerian football players who have had a lasting impact on the Premier League. He now joins such greats as former Arsenal player Nwankwo Kanu, who is second placed with the 273 Premier League games, and Shola Ameobi, who has the most of Premier League appearances by a Nigerian win, 298. Ndidi has established himself as a staple in Leicester's midfield because of his consistency and work ethics. He is currently behind the number of appearances made by well-known athletes like Victor Moses, 220, and Victor Anichebe, 205. The 27-year-old defensive midfielder can move up even more on this esteemed list. That's just about it on the news tonight. But before we go, a quick reminder that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any parts of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow us at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Orca. Like us on X at ABS Radio TV and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log onto our website at www.absradiotv.com. A quick recap of our major stories. Governor Soludo restates commitment to reducing food prices. Akbo community endorses Governor Soludo for second term in office. Federal government approves 12.9 billion naira to boost the health agencies. Our told the foreign said that missiles hit Israel as Blinken beat to revive Gaza-Lebanon ceasefire push. And that's it on the news tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Chidima Oranwa.